Hello everyone, welcome to your mathematics class. Let's solve our last exercise 3.7. Question number 1 is Renu purchases 2 bags of fertilizer of weight 75 kg and 69 kg. So weight of first bag is 75 kg and weight of second bag is 69 kg. It is given in question. Find the maximum value of weight which can measure the weight of the fertilizer exact number of times. You are asked to find out maximum value of weight. That means you need to calculate HCF of 75 and 69. So on solution, we will write our first statement as, or you can take these as first and second statement. So first statement can be weight of first bag is 75 kg and weight of second bag is 69 kg. Maximum value of weight is, this you need to find out. So let's find out HCF of 75 and 69. For this, firstly we need to find out prime factors of 75 and 69. So find out prime factors of 75. It can be divided with 5. On dividing it with 5, you get 15 as quotient. Again 15 is divisible by 5. Divided, you get quotient as 3. Now 3 is divisible with 3. So these are prime factors of 75. Now find out prime factors of 69. 69 is divisible with 3. So it is 23. 23 is divisible by itself only. So these are prime factors of 69. So let's write down prime factors of 75. 5 multiply 5 multiply 3. Prime factors of 69, 3 multiply 23. So HCF of 75 and 69 is, which is the common factor? 3. 3 is common for both numbers. So 3 is HCF. That means the maximum value of weight that can measure the weight of the fertilizer exact number of times. So we will write the maximum value of weight is 3 kg. That can measure the weight of fertilizers exact number of times. Correct? So it is asked you to calculate maximum value. So you will find out HCF of given numbers. Now let's see question number 2. Three boys step off together from the same spot. Their steps measure 63 centimeter, 70 centimeter and 77 centimeter respectively. What is the minimum distance? What is the minimum distance each should cover so that all can cover the distance in complete steps? So in this question, you are asked to find out minimum distance. So whenever the word minimum is coming or any word that gives you a meaning of small, least, less, lower, minimum, that means you need to find out LCM of given numbers. So our first statement will be step of First boy measures 63 centimeter. Second statement, step of second boy measures 70 centimeter. Third statement, step of third boy measures 77 centimeter. So minimum distance covered is equal to LCM of 63, 70 and 77. Right? So let's calculate LCM. We find out LCM with repeated division method. So we will write all three numbers together. We will not find their factors individually. In LCM we will take them together. So firstly we will divide it with 2. 63 cannot be divided by 2, so it is written as it is. 77 is also not divisible by 2, so it is also written as it is. But this 70 is divisible by 2, so this gives quotient 35. After that we will divide it with 3. 63 is divisible by 5 or 3, so it gives 21 as quotient. 35 and 77 are not divisible by 3, so they will be written as it is. Now again we can see 21 is divisible with 3, so we will put here 3. Divide it, we will get quotient 7, 35 and 77. These are not divisible by 3. Then we can see all these three numbers are divisible by 7. You can divide 7 by 7, you can divide 35 by 7, and you can divide 77 by 7. Now you get 5 and 11 because there is already one has came. So that means now we can further divide it with 5. On dividing with 5, 1 will remain as it is and 5 will give us a quotient of 1. Now next is 11. 11 is not divisible by 5. So then we will divide it with 11 and we get all three quotients as 1. So now LCM can be calculated by multiplying all these prime factors. So LCM is equal to 2 multiply 3 multiply 3 multiply 7 multiply 5 multiply 11. Now you can multiply 5 and 2, that is 10, 3 and 3, 9, then 11 and 7, 77. Now 10 multiply 9, 90, multiply 77. Now multiply 9 with 30 centimeters. This is the minimum distance covered by all three boys. Right, so in the last you can write a concluding statement as hence the minimum distance each should cover so that all can cover the distance in same number of steps. Distance in complete steps, that is 6,930 centimeters. Alright, this is the conclusive statement of this question number 2. Moving on to next question, question number 3. The length, breadth and height of a room are 825 centimeter, 675 centimeter and 450 centimeter respectively. Find the longest tape which can measure the 3 dimensions of the room exactly. Now again, in this question you need to find the longest tape, that is maximum length of tape is required. So we will calculate HCF. Our first statement is length of room 825 centimeter, breadth of room 675 centimeter. Third statement, height of room 450 centimeter. Now the longest tape is equal to HCF of 825, 675 and 450. Now for finding HCF, we need to find prime factors of each number individually. So let's find out. 825 by repeated division method. This is divisible with 3. You divide it. You get quotient as 275. Now this 275 is divisible with 5. Gives you quotient as 55. You can again divide it with 5. In the last, it is 11. So these are prime factors of 825. Now find out prime factors of 675. This is again divisible with 3. Divide it. You get quotient as 225. Now again divided with 3. You get quotient as 75. Now this 75 is divisible with 5. Giving quotient as 15. Divided with 5 again. In the last you get 3 and the last quotient is 1. Next number is 450. Divided with 2. You will get your quotient as 225. Now divided with 3, you get your quotient 75. It is divisible with 5. 15 as quotient. 5, 3, 3, 1. So these are prime factors of 825, 675 and 450. Now we can find out HCF of all these 3 numbers. So HCF can be taken as this 3 is common in all 3 numbers. Then we have this 5 as common, and again there is one more 5 which is common. There is no 2 in 825 and 675, so we cannot take 2. There is no 11 in 675 and 450, so we will not take that. Rest, no other factor is common. So it is 3 multiply 5 multiply 5. Multiply 5, 5 and 3, you will get it as 75. So HCF of 825, 675 and 450 is 75. That means the length of the longest tape which can measure the 3 dimensions of the room exactly is 75 centimeter. You can write the last or conclusive statement also. Let's take next question. Question number 4. Question number 4 says determine the smallest 3-digit number which is exactly divisible by 6, 8 and 12. You need to find a smallest number that is divisible by 6, 8 and 12. in these kind of questions, there is no need to write statements because no statement can be formed in this. So when smallest number is required, that means you need to find LCM of 6, 8 and 12. So let's calculate. Write all three numbers together. These are divisible with 2, giving quotient as 3, 4 and 6. Again divide with 2, 3 will remain as it is, 4 will become 2 and 6 will become 3. Again 2, these 3 will remain as it is because they are not divisible by 2. So now LCM is 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 3. LCM is 24. So 24 is the smallest number that is divisible by 6, 8 and 12. But in the question it is asked smallest 3-digit number. 24 is not a 3-digit number. So for now what we will do, we'll find out multiples of 24. First multiple of 24 is 24. Next is 48. Then it is 72, 96, then 120. So the first multiple of 3-digit of 24 will be the smallest 3-digit number that is divisible by 6, 8 and 12 exactly. Now you may think how multiple of 24 can be divisible by 6, 8 and 12. Now see, we had a rule that any number is divisible by any given number, then that number is also divisible by all the factors of given number. So if this 120 is divisible by 24 because it is a multiple of 24, so it is divisible with 24 also. When it is divisible with 24, so this 120 will always be divisible with all factors of 24. And as we can see in LCM, we had written prime factors of 24 because on multiplying, these factors are giving us a number that is 24. So these are prime factors of 24. That is why this 120 is divisible by all these factors, and that is how the 120 is divisible by all these three numbers. Moving on to question number 5. Question number 5. Determine the largest 3-digit number exactly divisible by 8, 10 and 12. So again you need to find largest 3-digit number which is divisible by 8, 10 and 12. So for that we need to find out LCM of 8, 10 and 12. Find out LCM. Divided with 2, 4, 5 and 6. Again divide with 2. We can divide with 5 and then 3. So this is the LCM. 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 3 multiply 5. And these are 8, 3 multiply 5. This gives you on multiplication 120. Now this 120 is not the largest 3-digit number because this is least common multiple, LCM we have taken. So that means this is the lowest 3-digit number. Now we need to find out multiples of 120. First multiple is 120, second is 240, third is 360, then it is 480, and fifth multiple is 600, seventh multiple is, this is sixth multiple, seventh multiple is 840, then it is 960, and then ninth multiple is 1080. Now this 1080 become a number of 4 digits. So that means largest 3-digit number which is divisible with 8, 10 and 12 is 960. Right, moving on to next question. Question number 6. The traffic light at 3 different road crossings change after every 48 second, 72 second and 108 second respectively. If they change simultaneously at 7 a.m. at what time will they change simultaneously again? So for this we need to find LCM of these 3 numbers. Question number 6. LCM of 48, 72 and 108. We'll find out LCM of these numbers. So let's write them together. All 3 numbers are divisible with 2. You can write quotient 24, then it is 36, 54. Again all 3 numbers are divisible by 2, 12, 18, 27. Again by 2, 27 is not divisible, so it will remain as it is. Then we can do again with 2, 9 and 27 will remain as it is. Now these 3 numbers are divisible with 3. So we'll divide them with 3. So these numbers gives us LCM as 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 3 multiply 3 and multiply 3. Multiply all these 4 2's. This is 16 and these 3 9's. This is 27. Now on multiplying 16 and 27, you will get LCM as 432. So these 432 are seconds. These are seconds. Now if you convert them into minutes, so you will get them as 7 minutes 12 seconds. Hence all 3 traffic lights have started at 7 a.m. simultaneously. So now at what time they will start again simultaneously? That is after 7 minutes 12 seconds of 7 a.m. or you can say past 7 a.m. 7 minutes 12 seconds past 7 a.m. You can write exact time as 7 hour 7 minute 12 second. This is the exact time when again all 3 traffic lights will change simultaneously. Moving on to next question, question number 7. 3 tankers contain 403 liters, 434 liters and 465 liters of diesel respectively. Find the maximum capacity of a container that can measure the diesel of the 3 containers exact a number of times. Now first container contains diesel 403 liter. Second container contains diesel 434 liter and third container contains diesel 465 liter. And you need to find out a container of maximum capacity that can measure the diesel of all these three containers in exact number of times. So we need to find out HCF of these three numbers. Now for HCF, what we need to do? We need to find prime factors. So let's find out prime factors of 403 first. So this 403 is not divisible with 3, it is divisible with 13. And you will get quotient as 31 when divided with 31. Now this 434, it is divisible with 2, we can divide it. 217 is your quotient. Now this 217 is divisible with 7, this will give you 31, then last is 31. Next is 465, this is divisible with 3, gives you quotient as 155. Now divided with 5, it gives you 31, last is 31. Now which is the common factor? You can see this 31 is common in all three numbers. Rest any other factor is not common. So HCF of 403, 434 and 465 liters is 31 liter. So that container should be of capacity 31 liters. Move on to next question. Question number 8. Find the least number which when divided by 6, 15 and 18 leaves remainder 5 in each case. Again we need to find least number. So we will find out LCM of these given numbers. So in question number 8, 6, 15 and 18. Find out LCM. This is divisible with 2. 15 is not divisible. 18 is divisible with 2. Now 3, 1, 5 and 3. Then again it is divisible with 3. So now LCM of these three numbers is 2 multiply 3 multiply 3 multiply 5. 2 multiply 3 is 6, 5 multiply 3 is 15. Now multiply this 15 and 6. It is 90. So LCM of these numbers is 90. But in question there is one more condition, that remainder should be left as 5. But on dividing 90 with these numbers, remainder will always be 0. So what we will do, we will add remainder to this number, and the least number is 95. That on dividing with 6, 15 and 18 will give you a remainder of 5. Question number 9. Find the smallest 4-digit number which is divisible by 18, 24 and 32. Again, this is similar to previous questions. We will find out LCM of 18, 24 and 32. These are divisible by 2. So divide them. We will divide till we get all three quotients as 1. Now this has become 1. Now we can divide them with 3. In the last, this is 2. So LCM is 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 2. 5 times, then 2 times 3 and 1 more time 2. Now multiply these numbers, you will get your answer as 288. Now this is a 3-digit number and we need to find out a 4-digit number. So again what we will do, we'll find out multiples of 288. So first multiple is 288 itself. Second multiple is 576. Third multiple is 864. And fourth multiple is 1152. Now this 1152 is smallest 4-digit number that is divisible by 18, 24 and 32. Question number 10. Find the LCM of following numbers. There are some numbers given in question number 10 and you need to find their LCM. So I am taking part B, 12 and 5. For finding out LCM, take them together. Now 12 is divisible with 2, divide it. 5 is not divisible, so it will come as it is. Now this 6 is divisible with 2, so we'll divide them. Now 3 and 5 both are not divisible with 2, so we will divide with 3 and then with 5. So LCM is 2 multiply 2 multiply 3 multiply 5. On multiplying 5 and 2, we get 10 and 2 and 3, 6. So LCM is 60. Let's take one more part, last part of this question. 15 and 4. Now write both of them together, divide them. Firstly, we'll divide with 2. 15 is not divisible by 2. 4 is divisible by 2. So 15 will come as it is and we'll divide this number till we get a quotient as 1. Now this 15 is divisible with 3. So divide it and then 5. So LCM of 15 and 4, 2 multiply 2 multiply 3 multiply 5. This is 4 and this is 15. Hence it is also 60. So LCM of 4 is 60. So we have calculated LCM. Rest two parts you can do yourself. Let's take question number 11. That is the last question of this exercise. Find the LCM of the following numbers in which one number is the factor of the other. There are certain pair of numbers is given in which one number is factor of other. Now you need to find out what do you observe in the result obtained. You will calculate LCM and what pattern you are observing in the LCM. So let's find out firstly LCM of 5 and 20. Now this 5 and 20. 5 is not divisible by 2 but 20 is divisible by 2. Again 10 is divisible by 2. So LCM of 5 and 20 is 2 multiply 2 multiply 5. 2 multiply 2 is 4 and 4 multiply 5 is 20. So LCM is 20. Have you seen 5 is the factor of 20 and LCM which we calculated, that is the bigger number which is given in the question. Same, both the number and LCM are same. So this is the observation in result. Let's see one more part of this. I am taking part D, 9 and 45. So find out LCM of 9 and 45. So both these numbers are divisible with 3. 3 and 15. Again 3 and 1 and 5. And last we have 1. So LCM of 9 and 45 is 3 multiply 3 multiply 5. 3 and 3 on multiplication gives 9. That is 45. So we are able to see observation. So this is the observation between quotient and LCM, that if one number is factor of other, then LCM will equal to the greater number given in quotient. Rest two parts you can try yourself. So here we are done with our exercise, last exercise 3.7. Chapter 3 is also finished. So thank you.